U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And some room to work. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 33 and a first. Nothing too fancy there. A simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Open man is Duvernay. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown in the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Jackson. That is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Daniil Hunter. Coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
A 35-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up
just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Ravens 10.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations.
And Guy's man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Jackson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Vikings 7.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
30-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
3-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll try. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 5. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
The Raven first down.
Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Ravens.
Now it's Breida, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
30-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Jackson.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Breida.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll find Galladay. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. So we're at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. taken about 7 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side.
Maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Don't worry about it, baby.
Picked up by linebacker Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now right away, he'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Jackson on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, eluding the... And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
A 12-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because He softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
6-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you going to be cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Those passes intercepted for the 3rd time today. Patrick Queen.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brown, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw again is Jackson. They'll get this one to Galladay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
And a Raven first down.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
33.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Man open left side is Brown.
Jackson's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to pull that one in. He couldn't hang on. Third down.
He was covered.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's back to throw. Intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to throw. As he throws there, incomplete. Rico Gafford, the intended target, but now it's third down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Throwing now is Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score. Ravens 40. Vikings 27.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tam.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.